Marcus, he's 29, works as a graphic designer in Seattle, texted me last week with a screenshot of his ChatGPT Plus subscription. Dude, this thing just designed a logo in 30 seconds that would have taken me 3 hours. He wasn't celebrating. He was terrified. Am I about to be replaced by a robot? Here's what I told Marcus, and here's what nobody else is telling you about AI economics. You're fighting the wrong battle. While everyone's panicking about job displacement, something way bigger is happening. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss the largest wealth transfer in human history. Let me be honest with you. I spent the first 6 months of 2023 completely wrong about this. I was reading every article about AI taking jobs, watching every YouTube video about the coming automation apocalypse. I was asking the wrong question. The question isn't, will AI take my job? The question is, who owns the AI? Because here's what I learned the hard way. Every time a new technology creates massive productivity gains, it doesn't eliminate wealth. It concentrates it. Think about this for a second. In 1900, 40% of Americans worked on farms. Today, less than 2%. Did that destroy the economy? Not even close. It created the richest society in human history. But here's the part nobody talks about. The wealth didn't go to the farm hands who lost their jobs. It went to the people who owned the tractors, the fertilizer companies, the seed patents. The owners, not the workers. Now let me tell you about Sarah. She's a data analyst at a mid-sized insurance company in Phoenix. Smart woman, makes $67,000 a year. Last month, her company deployed an AI system that can do in 10 minutes what used to take her team 6 hours. Sarah's first instinct? Panic. They're going to fire half of us. But here's what actually happened. The company kept everyone. They just redirected them to higher-level analysis. Revenue per employee jumped 23% in 1 quarter, and the stock price up 41% in 6 months. Sarah kept her job, but she missed the real opportunity. She could have bought shares in her own company for $34 in January. They're trading at $48 today. Wild, right? The AI revolution isn't about job destruction. It's about productivity multiplication. And productivity multiplication always creates massive returns to capital. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people are positioning themselves on the wrong side of this equation. They're thinking like workers, not owners. I made this exact mistake during the dot-com boom. I was 24, working at a marketing agency in Chicago. I watched our clients' stock prices double and triple while I collected the same $38,000 salary. I was helping companies build their online presence. I was part of the revolution, but I didn't own any piece of it. That's the trap. You can be essential to the growth and still get none of the upside. Look at Uber. The drivers are essential. The company couldn't exist without them. But who captured the wealth? The shareholders, not the people doing the actual driving. Same pattern playing out with AI right now. Here's the thing most people don't realize. We're not in an AI bubble. We're in the early stages of an AI ownership concentration. The companies building AI aren't just creating better software. They're creating economic moats that will last decades. Think about Google. You use their search engine every day. It's free. But Google captured $280 billion in revenue last year from your searches. You provided the data. They kept the value. AI is the same pattern on steroids. Every prompt you type into ChatGPT makes their model smarter. Every photo you upload to an AI image generator improves their training data. You're contributing to trillion-dollar valuations for free. And that brings me to the real question. How do you flip this script? How do you stop being the product and start being the owner? First thing I did was change my perspective entirely. Instead of asking, how will AI affect my industry? I started asking, which companies will capture the value AI creates in my industry? That reframe changed everything. Let me give you a concrete example. Marcus, the graphic designer I mentioned earlier, he spent 3 weeks researching AI design tools. Not to use them, to invest in the companies making them. He found Adobe. Stock price in January 2023, $338. Today, $612. That's an 81% return in less than 2 years. But here's what really opened my eyes. The AI winners aren't just the obvious ones. NVIDIA gets all the headlines, but there are companies you've never heard of that are capturing massive value. Take ServiceNow. They make software that helps companies manage their IT operations. Boring, right? Wrong. They're using AI to automate tasks that used to require armies of consultants. Their stock is up 170% in the past 2 years, or UiPath. They make robotic process automation software. Fancy name for AI that handles repetitive office tasks. Up 89% since early 2023. The pattern is everywhere once you start looking. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They try to pick the next Google or Amazon. The problem with that approach? For every Google, there were 50 pets.coms that went to zero. You don't need to find the next trillion-dollar company. You just need to position yourself on the winning side of the trend. And the winning side is simple. Own a piece of the companies that will benefit from AI productivity gains. Here's my framework. I call it the AI value capture test. For any company I'm considering, I ask 3 questions. 1. Does AI make this company more productive or less relevant? 2. Does this company own data that gets more valuable as AI improves? 3. Does this company have pricing power that increases as they automate more processes? If the answer to all 3 is yes, that's a company positioned to capture AI value, not get disrupted by it. Most people are asking, will AI take my job? The right question is, how can I own a piece of the companies that will benefit most from AI? Because here's what I've learned. Every major technological shift creates 2 groups of people. Those who own a piece of the productivity gains, and those who don't. The gap between these 2 groups isn't small, it's generational. Now, if you're someone who earns a steady paycheck but feels like you're always one step behind the wealth curve, this is your moment. The AI productivity boom is just getting started. The companies positioning themselves to capture that value are still trading at reasonable prices. But that window won't stay open forever. Tonight, before you go to bed, ask yourself this question. Am I positioning myself to benefit from AI productivity gains, or am I just hoping they don't hurt me? If it's the latter, you're fighting yesterday's war. The battle isn't about keeping your job. It's about owning a piece of the future.